Hello and welcome to May's Crochet. I am Rachel. It is day 18 of our countdown to Halloween. So if you don't know, or if you do, you know I gotta go over it again. Every day this month I am following a pattern in this book to make a creepy but cute cryptid, creature, beast, being, whatever you want to call it. So we are just pulling a piece of paper out of here with all of them written down, and we're just gonna follow the pattern, and that's it for the day. I'm only doing 30 because on Halloween I will just be making a display system for all of these. I still haven't decided what yet. That's to be determined. I guess we'll all find out on the 31st together. But yesterday I made Frankenstein's monster, and he is absolutely precious. He's so cute. I love him. Also, I will link the book below. I did get it off Amazon back in February. However, I have seen it at Michael's, so it might be in the store if you don't want to order it from Amazon. But let's find out what we are doing today. All right, so today's creature is, I have a piece of paper and it says the Boogeyman. This is an interesting one in the book. It's, I don't know how we would create the Boogeyman. I'd like even visualize it in your mind, but I mean, it's interesting, for sure. It's just one of those, it's like, has it ever really had a face? I don't know. Let's read what she has to say. The Boogeyman is a terrifying creature that has been plaguing children's nightmares since the beginning of time. He lurks in the shadows, hides under beds, and can just magically disappear when concerned parents come to oust him, and then reappear as soon as the doors close behind them. After you make yours, you may have a hard time finding him if you let him out of your sight, so be warned. This patterning includes the long, creepy fingers that children have claimed to see stretching out from under their bed, and a menacing, sharp, teeth-filled smile. I mean, it looks really easy, guys. It looks like a black ball with a couple of chains of black and then a lot of white felt teeth. Is this literally it? I mean, it says legs, but thighs? Wait, where? All right, trying not to show the pattern. I mean, you can see there's a little bit more to the body in this picture than the first one, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. All right, I mean, we're gonna go with it, like, obviously. Let's see if I have enough black for something. There's a head, a body, thighs, legs, arms, and fingers. And then felt teeth. All right, let's do it. This is it. White felt, black yarn, then, you know, all the accessories, 3.5mm hook, scissors, stitch marker, and tapestry needle. There are no eyes on this, so I'm not pulling out the safety eyes. This, I want to try to cut down on the yarn barf. It's the Lion Brand Pound of Love. I'm actually using it for a different project simultaneously right now, and I'm sick of dealing with this, so maybe this project will help that. That would be fantastic, actually. So, I mean, let's make a giant black ball. As far as finding pictures of the Boogeyman, nope, not a whole lot of luck there. Everything is either from a movie called Boogeyman, which is spelled differently. Here we have the IE ending, whereas that one is the EY. I don't think it really matters, just probably dealer's choice. But that or Oogie Boogie from Nightmare, what was that? Nightmare Before Christmas. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I mean, there are a couple of pictures that, you know, dark to hide in the shadows, sharp teeth, and long fingers, but that's the only thing any of them have in common. All right, well, yeah, here we go. Okay, well, I mean, this is it so far, the head. I've controlled the yarn barf, which was really more of the goal today once I picked the Boogeyman out of the bag, and I think black polyfill. I don't know why the black polyfill feels so much coarser than the white polyfill. I don't know what the process is. It the dye? Like, do the chemicals they use to dye it black make it feel that way? Okay. Here's the head without teeth. That'll be a last detail. The only detail, really. Okay, starting the body now, which should be relatively quick because it is a lot smaller than the head, or not a lot, but several rounds shorter, not as many stitches wide. A fun fact about me, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and for like, I think my 4th birthday, I got a waterbed. It was a thing. It was a whole thing back in the day. So I never really worried about monsters under the bed because I had a waterbed with drawers underneath. It was never a problem. So the Boogeyman, not a thing. did not care for my closet door ever being open. And my oldest actually slept under her bed a lot as a child. Like, I'd go in to get her up and she would be under the bed, dead asleep. This is a choice. I think I'm gonna go one more row for the body. Just one, just a little longer. So this is the head, right? And it's like, it's supposed to be the front, like in how I normally make the heads, but this is the body and it's supposed to look like it's laying down under the bed. So it's going to be sewn on the side instead of on the bottom. And I won't have the rounds like I normally stitch into the rounds right here. I know I'm just pointing at black, I'm sorry. But that's kind of like a really good guide to attach heads and bodies together. But I can't do that because it's on the side. So it's supposed to look like he's laying under the bed, ready to crawl out and snatch a kid. Okay. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to sew it on, and then I'm gonna have to take a break to do some other stuff. But that's good progress if I get it done. Okay, I'm still very much in the trust the process mindset, because, okay. It wasn't too terrible sewing the body to the head. I had to reposition it like once because I got it too high up, and heads don't work that way. So I did it as low as I possibly could, and there was some squishing going on to try to flatten out this side, but that's literally all I can do. Thankfully it's featureless at this point, so there's nothing that's going to be uneven about it, and then the features will go on at the end, and so that I got away with easily enough. Anyway, we are here. Yeah, that's it. I'm glad I got these two sewn on before the sun went down. Not that I don't have lights in here. I still have a lot of light, and the sun coming through my window right now really does help a little. Okay, hi. Clearly it's the next day. So I've made all the little pieces because making them on camera would just be really boring at this point. It was just, I think the thighs went out to 9 stitches around, and then the arms and legs went out to 6 stitches. So it was just like really tiny crochet in black. So much fun. The hands I did, aren't these fun? She said to make the fingers separately. I did not do that. Make them separately and sew them on. And instead I just anchored it to the end of the arm and then made the fingers and back and forth, up and down. And I am very happy I did that, because I think sewing these pieces on individually, I did it with the chupacabra with the claws. Yeah, I think this is much better. So if I have another incident, because I know there are other creatures in this book that have claws like that, like on the ends of their feet, I will be doing it like this. So much easier. But now we just have to assemble, and do the teeth. The assembly, the legs especially, I think are going to be difficult. So she said, make it look like he's in a crouching position. This is the end that goes on. It's giving bug to me. I don't know. And then I sew this part onto that. You can't really see anything because of how I'm holding it, but it's going to be interesting. I guess I'll position both thighs first and then attach the legs at the bottom, but I foresee several attempts at this. Oh, I also did off camera anchor the head back because it was flopping forward. We don't want that. What do we think? I guess it works. Okay. We'll go with it. And this is where we are. So arms are on. I ended up pinning them kind of more back and down so they could hold him up, because he was kind of on his face. All that's left are those teeth. So here he is. Here's the boogeyman. It's a choice. It's definitely one of the more interesting ones I've done this month as far as construction. It wasn't hard in the, like, making the pieces. Real trickery came with getting those pieces on in a as close as possible, even manner to get him in this position. And then, yeah, this is something different for sure. So that is it for day 18. We have the boogeyman. It was interesting. I hope tomorrow is not all black again. If I could skip a day, have a little color tomorrow, maybe not green, but maybe something, watch it be green. Anyway, speaking of tomorrow's video, considering it is not super late today, I have some other stuff I need to do, but I might get that started this afternoon. So if you see me in this, that'll be why. But that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube things, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.